Peace and love, family. We getting straight to the business tonight. Check 1 2, check 1 2. We getting straight to the business tonight. Can y'all hear me? Check 1 2, check 1 2. Hopefully y'all can hear me. We getting straight to the business tonight. Check a 1 2. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. I meant to send my brother Alam Khan Productions in there. That it was rescheduled for today because it wasn't Sunday. I'm glad to see you in the building. Y'all ready? Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Anybody saying something? Say something. While I try to get myself in order. I want to make sure that we don't have no echo. Press 7 for me if y'all in the building. I'm gonna make sure I ain't got no echo. Check, check, check. Somebody say something to me now. Try to get my water right, get my echo. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. All right. George Allen in the building. My man. Hey, George, it's okay for us to dialogue, man. It's okay for us to dialogue, brother. Come on, man. When it's time for us to dialogue, man, let's stop getting all squeamish, man. Like it's disrespect. It ain't disrespect. Man, you know how many people came at me about Prophet Noble Drew Ali and was really disrespectful? Come on, man. Y'all know me long enough, man. I just disagree, man. I don't put no hate up in there. I just disagree. Scholastically. I disagree scholastically. Let me get my hands right. This go be one for the record books here. So listen, tonight we're gonna be discussing. Y'all see, I grew my whiskers. I grew my whiskers. We're gonna be having a discussion tonight that centers upon a brotherly debate. It may not be a debate in a conventional sense, but it's still a debate as it relates to we don't see things alike. You know what I'm saying? I want to spend a special thanks to my brother Alam Khan Publications. Family, y'all need to go to his channel. He has a wealth of information on the history of the nation. He got plenty first-hand account. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. He has offered up a bunch of free research for you to look over. But the whole thing about research is that you have to research the researcher, not the person per se, but qualify what they're saying. That's all you got to do. Qualify what they're saying. And the brother has superb research. I can attest to that. In fact, I will be adding on to some of his research as it relates to some of my research on the subject matter. I really appreciate you, brother. No, for sure. He said, that's $15. I'm overseas. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. So we're about to get busy, man. And we don't want any brothers in the Nation of Islam getting all squeamish, all right? Don't be coming up in here. Why are y'all beefing? No, we're not beefing. We're having a conversation, for goodness sakes. Why are y'all always arguing about religion? We're not arguing about religion. We're looking at the historicity of what we believe in and what we stand on. And I am questioning, and he is questioning what I am questioning. And you all can learn something today. Somebody can learn something. Stop being so squeamish. Man, we need to grow up as a people and understand that it's okay to have dialogue and differences. It's okay. Soon as we disagree with something, y'all be so conscious until we disagree with your God. Soon as somebody disagree with your God, whether it's a human being or it's a God, y'all start to go crazy. I mean, come on, man. We can do better than that. But with that being said, family, Khalid, Shakur, you supposed to have hit that link. I sent you the link, brother. Are y'all ready? All right. So the topic of discussion today is, who is Master Fard Muhammad? All right. I want to give you the backdrop about my position on this. Many people say that the guy on the left is not Fard Muhammad, that the guy on the right is Master Fard Muhammad. Many people say that the guy on the left, not Minister Kevin Ali, but the guy on the left is an imposter placed there by the FBI. I am one to say, no, not so. I am one to say that is Master Fard Muhammad. Now, what interest of is this to me? I'm a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And you might say, well, what is interest of it to you? Here is the other half of why it's interest to me. I am of the thought, through diligent research, that Master Fard Muhammad, W.D. Ford, came to Detroit by the way of Chicago to infiltrate an already infiltrated Moorish Science Temple of America and change the trajectory of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's my position. That's not what this conversation is about. But that's my position. That's my interest in the NOI and the Moorish Science Temple of America relationship. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. Press 7 if you understand what I'm saying. Because many people might say, well, what is your interest? Why are you coming at the nation? No, I'm not coming at the nation. I'm looking at it from a historical perspective, and I'm looking at the research that I've uncovered to show that the Nation of Islam was founded on the infiltration of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's it. That's all. And now that could be another conversation for another time. But that's the interest from my perspective and from where I stand. But today conversation is about the identity of Master Fard Muhammad. Is Master Fard Muhammad the one on the left that I just showed? Or is he the one, let me bring it back up, or is he the one on the right? And it's time for us to explain this, for the public have been talking about this for a long, long time. And so even when we're gone, people are still going to be talking about this, because this is just one of those topics. And we need to learn to get along. And even if we disagree, we can still discuss hot topics as brothers and friends. I mean, now, somebody say, after all these years looking at this pic of Fard, and for someone 90 years later say it's a fraud, what a wonder. Okay, now let's go. I'm introducing my brother, Minister Kevin Muhammad.
Ali.
And I'm going to yield the floor to him that he may introduce himself. Come on, brother.
Thank you very much, Brother Taharka. And it actually is Ali, but all the good and righteous names belong to the original black man, Ali, Bia, Bey, Hassan, but mine is actually Ali. And thank you for having me on this great program, Moorish World TV, this evening to have this brotherly dialogue about the subject matter at hand. As we discussed before we came on, I wanted to go into a little bit of background about myself. I've been a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for some close to 40 years. I first came into the knowledge of this great truth that God gave to Messenger Elijah Muhammad in approximately 1987. I met one of his ministers, Minister David Bacha, in Dayton, Ohio. From that brotherly mentorship, mentor relationship, I learned more about the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. In approximately 1991, I actually officially got on forms writing my Dear Savior's letter, actually in the organization led by Minister Farrakhan. I stayed around that organization, started the temple in Montgomery, Alabama, that had not been a temple there since 1975 on the departure of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And then I decided to leave that organization once I realized that the Million Man March was actually going to be a reality. I stepped away from that organization and left that organization in the late spring, early summer of 1995. I have been a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad since then. I've worked very closely with many pioneers in the Nation of Islam, including the aforementioned Minister David Bacha, who was the Messenger's minister in Temple Number 5 in Cincinnati. Minister John Muhammad, not the Messenger's brother, but Minister John Muhammad, the former John BX, who was the minister of Muhammad's Temple Number 13 in Springfield, and then later Muhammad's Temple Number 26 in San Francisco. I've also worked and known closely with National Secretary John Ali. So I've had a wealth of experience. I'm not a prepared one. I don't call myself a son of man. I don't say that I'm the son of Master Farad Muhammad, none of that. I strive to be a minister and representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Messenger of Allah. And having such that title and that responsibility, it is my duty to give to the people what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches on any subject. If the Honorable Elijah Muhammad doesn't teach it, I cannot, as a representative of his, give my personal opinion, even though I may have them. So I do relish and appreciate the opportunity to dialogue with you and your audience tonight. And I just said I wanted to open in the name of Allah, who came in the person of one Master Farad Muhammad, thanking him for his coming and thanking for raising his last and surely his greatest messenger, the humble and honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I greet you, brother, and all of your listening audience in the nation's greetings of peace and of paradise, of Assalamu alaikum, Islam, peace, however you want to say it. We are all one family by nature.
Yes, indeed. Now, brother, when we look at the pictures, and I'm gonna let me see if I can screen share one of the pictures so people can understand what the conversation is about as they come in. When we look at, let me pull it up real quick. Okay. When we look at, are you of the thought that, let me screen share this real quick. Are you of the thought that this picture here is Master Farad Muhammad?
To my knowledge, that is the only picture, the only authenticated picture that we have from Messenger Elijah Muhammad that depicts our Lord and Savior, Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. To my knowledge, the messenger did state on several occasions that he had many pictures of him. But to my knowledge, this is the only one that he actually displayed and authenticated, if you will.
Okay, so any other picture, where do you stand on, let me bring up the other picture. Where do you stand on, I'm going to bring it up right now. Where do you stand on this picture here? Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Now, where do you stand on this picture here?
Now, that one, I don't, and again, I have no personal stand on any of this. Everything I'm sharing with you comes from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But that picture in particular was directly addressed by Messenger Elijah Muhammad.
Right, right. And I think that's a good segue right there. Do you want to address who this person is as opposed to who the other person is, and just take us into your presentation as it relates to who these two images are?
Well, again, in my introduction, I shared with you that I'm a minister and representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his position. I'm not a researcher. I'm not a documenter. I don't produce documentaries. I share, or any minister shares, what God gave to the messenger Muhammad for the people. So I am already going to lose this debate.
Oh my God.
No, I want you to listen. I'm going to lose this debate if the weight of the debate is on the volume of evidence and documents that can be produced. If that is the criteria for victory in the debate, I have no volume of evidence and documents to produce. What we are talking about from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is God knowledge. This knowledge is not found in any library. This knowledge is not found in any university. It is what we call supremate wisdom. If it was found somewhere else, then that wisdom would have to be given credit to some other person. So that is why the Holy Quran calls us believers, not researchers, not knowers. We are called believers. Now, however, the man who represents himself must begin with some level of truth for us to begin to accept truths and for him to give us higher truths. So if the man, a black man, has taught us truth for 44 public years, then at some point we accept his truth. Is some of it documented in secular history? Yes. Is some of it documented in mathematical and scientific history? Yes. Is some of it not documented? Of course. This is how divine wisdom works. Now, I'm going to ask you a quick question, real brother, because I just want to make sure. Mm-hmm. Do the brothers of and sisters of the Moorish Science Temple, do they accept the Holy Quran as a divinely revealed book?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I take you back 1400 years to the time of Muhammad, peace be upon him. He presented no evidence of his messengership.
I disagree, but that's another conversation. I disagree, but that's another conversation.
He didn't produce any documents. He didn't produce any documents from the ruling powers of that day that verified his messengership.
That's another conversation. So I really want to try to make sure that we stay focused on that, because we can come on and talk about that. That's a whole another conversation.
It's a whole other conversation, but it's very important. But it's very important.
I said, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he produced documentation, but what I'm saying that you could verify his message by those who came before him, and he lined right up with those who was presented as prophets before him. And so the verification would come from identifying the same qualities of those that came before him. So
and I agree with you 100%. And I submit to you, and I submit to those, that the same applies to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
And I disagree
say again, sir?
And I disagree with that.
Of course.
But that's a different conversation, because we're talking about Master Farad Muhammad.
I know who we're talking about. But see, his sheep know his voice. Right. You cannot separate the messenger of Allah from Allah. They're one and the same. You can't separate them. But let's get back to this picture.
Okay.
Because it boils down to this. Either you believe what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, or you don't. I'm here to share with those who want to know what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches. And his teaching on that particular picture was very clear. I sent you the screenshot or the documents from the August of 1963 Muhammad Speaks.
Right.
And that document was that article was put out. Beware of phony claims. Do you have that where you're able to put that up?
Let me see real quick. Beware of phony claims.
And there's another document right
next. What year was it?
Well, the date of the Muhammad Speaks was August of 1963.
63. So I see the wheel.
It was the last 4 documents. I sent 4 more to you that said that I'm definitely going to refer to
Okay, I see
those.
it. It's right here, brother. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got
Here
you.
you go.
I got you. Right here. Right here. The beware of phony claims right there on the right.
There's the picture right there. We
Right.
see the both pictures in question.
Right.
The Honorable, and this was put forth in the Los Angeles Herald Examiner by one William Randolph Hearst at that time in 1963, where they put this false claim out that that man on the left was the man who taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That man on the left, according to the FBI documents, did time in San Quentin for selling drugs. Well, that's completely ridiculous that the savior who started this great movement was selling drugs. And the messenger offered the challenge, $100,000 in 1963 money, to prove that that man on the left.
You do know that someone stepped up to collect that and he got no response, dude. You do know that, right?
I've heard nothing of that, but I'd be happy for you to share that information.
All right.
But again, either one believes the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or they believe William Randolph Hearst, the FBI and the CIA.
Somebody's in before I even go and dig up the document, High Energy says Elijah never put the money in escrow and dismissed Hazel's claims of forgery without examining the document. He then dropped it entirely, ignoring evidence and procedure. That's basically what I was going to bring to the table. That's a fact, brother. He ignored the whole. He put out the challenge, and the challenge was accepted, and then he ignored it.
The challenge was accepted by who?
By Hazel.
Who is? I don't know who Hazel is, sir.
Hazel is the former wife of who we come to know as Fard Muhammad.
I'm not aware of this. Again, I'm not a researcher. Again, this challenge was really directed not to some. Was this a Caucasian woman or original woman, or who was she?
No, she was European.
Okay, I don't know who this person was. This was directed directly to the white man, the devil, the one who put out this false claim. Not
High Energy, don't go nowhere. High Energy say I'm logging off. Don't go nowhere, man. Come on, man. Come on, brother.
So again, this claim of this person being the savior who taught Messenger Elijah Muhammad for 3 years and nearly a half, this was put forth by the FBI, the CIA, whoever you want to say. He challenged them to prove that this was the person that taught him. He said, no, it's not the person.
And so when
again,
I'm telling
either one believes Elijah Muhammad, messenger of Allah, or they don't.
So let me bring Khalid Shakur on, because he says he's done some research on this also, and that's the young brother I was talking about. Khalid, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Brother Khalid, would you like to share what you have on the subject matter for the Moorish TV audience? Brother Minister Kevin Ali, this is Khalid Shakur.
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 Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. This brother here, he's a young brother, and I admire young brothers like this. He come up in the Nation of Islam under the leadership of the Minister Louis Farrakhan. He is a dear friend of mine, and so I wanted him to come on because he's a young brother who is a well-studied researcher on the subject matter, and I just wanted to bring him to the conversation that he can maybe add on and maybe qualify some of the positions that is in opposition to my position also. Not to your position, but to my position. You follow me? But this is my brother. This is my dear brother right here. I love this brother. Yes, but so let me yield the floor to him, brother. Do you want to share anything on the subject matter? Do you know how to screen share? Are you good?
I do know how to screen share. So first I want to say peace to everyone in the audience. I want to let know that there is a phony and there is one that is the savior, for sure. I wanted to actually hear what you had to say about the situation. What information did you have to say that this man is this man, other than the fact that they look alike?
Okay, so this is what I see. I see that the FBI, when people try to blame the FBI and said the FBI ran a play. Stop that. That the FBI ran a play.
Okay.
The first thing that we have to look at is, when did the FBI actually begin to investigate? They didn't begin to investigate until 1952. The pictures that is in denial predates 1952. Therefore, we can just put the FBI out of the conversation.
I would disagree, sir.
Hold up. You disagree about the pictures predating 1952?
No, I would disagree with the premise you just laid forth.
Listen what I'm saying. Let me show you what I'm talking about before you disagree. What I'm saying is, the FBI, according to their own reports, they started their research in 1952, if I'm not mistaken. I'm saying I don't even need the FBI research because the picture predates the FBI reports. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand my premise?
Yeah, I understand. But it's also
Okay.
it's like we got information in the back that these men weren't the same people.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick.
Let's go.
Well, before we get to this information, have we thoroughly dealt with the messenger dealt with this.
We're going to deal with it today, but that's why we deal.
The messenger said it's not the same person.
Okay.
And the messenger also said that he knows the other man. I don't know if y'all heard. I don't know if he said that he knows him.
Okay,
he said that he knows. So we talking about a man. You telling me that this man that he called
42. I'm sorry, 42. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. I said 52. I'm sorry.
Elijah, yeah, I was gonna say.
Hold up. Elijah was arrested in 42. And then the investigation started. So we can, what I'm saying is, I said 52, but what I'm saying is, let me double check my notes. But what I'm saying is, I don't even need the FBI files, is my point.
Okay. So Elijah Muhammad, let's go by what Elijah Muhammad said on this real quick. He had an interview with Simmons. He said it is not the picture of Mr. Farrar Muhammad. She asked him, is it not? He said, it is not. I know the other person as well. And that is not his age. Not his age. How old is he? He said, it is not Farrar Muhammad. He is 86 years old. He is 86 years old. And he was born in the city of Mecca. And he's an Arab. This is not an Arab. He speaks 16 different languages.
All right.
The whole story is false. He said it's completely false. She said, do you have a picture of Farrar? He said, I certainly do. I have lots of them. So, brother, I heard you say earlier that just only one picture of him. That's not true.
So show us the pictures, brother.
Okay, cool. So let me share my screen real quick. I'm going to share current tab. This picture right here. Picture right here is Master Farrar Muhammad.
That's right. I agree.
This is him. And this is him. This is him talking to the police.
That's right. I agree with that.
At the time, this is his minister, Ugan Ali.
That's right.
So, and we have the information on him as well, Ugan Ali. So, that man is not the same man as this guy right here. This is his son, Max Ford. It's not the same person.
Okay, can I chime in?
Hold on 1 second, because I'm finna close this out real quick since the brother wasn't really ready to even debate. You see this mole right here on his face?
Yep.
Oh, then we look at the mug shots. I'm gonna go with the mug shot. He has a mole on his face. And this is the same exact man. Mole on his face in the mug shots. This man does not have a mole on his face. This is his face. It's not the same exact man. We have more close-up pictures to confirm this. My mouse never just died. Excuse me. But no, you go ahead and say what you're trying to say, brother.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you said that. Now, to your point.
I'm gonna stop
I
sharing.
actually agree with you that that is him. Let me share.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you. But the guy that you're pointing to is not the guy on the left. Now, let me show you why. The same way you just pointed to the mole, look at the hairline.
You know that picture is 20 years later, right?
Hold up. Look at the hairline.
There's a 20-year difference between the pictures.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Let
Yes,
me
it
tell you.
is.
Hold
I
up.
have the
Stop for a
information.
minute. Let me finish, brother. Let me tell you
Okay.
why it's not.
Okay.
The picture where you just pointed to with the brother Ali is from 1932.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The picture that you see on the left, the earliest known picture was in 1934 from the final call to Islam. When you look on the final
real
call,
quick, where are you getting that date from the classic picture? Because
I'm about to show you.
I've never heard a date attached to when that picture.
I believe Sister Bernstein had talked about this, and that picture is older than when he gave it to the believers.
Let me finish. Have you ever seen the final call of Islam?
Yes.
Where the picture in the corner.
Yes.
There's a reprint date on that, 1934. So that picture is not 20 years old or 15 years old.
No, that picture wasn't the first time that picture was taken.
You said it was 20 years old. I'm telling you that it's not 20 years old.
The picture is from
Brother Taharka, may I interject here?
Let me pull it up for you. Sure.
Brother Taharka, may I interject here as you pull that up?
Sure.
We're not doubting that picture, the classic picture, appeared on the final call to Islam paper. What the brother is saying is it may have been taken in 1910, in 1905, it may have been taken much earlier than when it was printed.
No, we're not talking about May. We're talking about what we know. Let's go on what we know.
What you don't know is I know that he was. I know that in this picture right here to the right of him talking to the police officers, he was 45 years old. That picture on the other picture of Master Prophet Muhammad, he doesn't look like a 45-year-old man.
Listen to what I'm saying. The picture was in 1932. Is that correct?
What, the picture from the police?
The picture of him with the police. That's 1932. Is that correct?
Yes. This is the picture right here. Yes, 1932.
All right. So the other picture, go up the other picture. I'm gonna use your slides for you. Go up to the picture before that.
This right here.
The picture on the left where you say no mold. That picture is on the Muhammad the final call to Islam in 1934.
Okay.
So how can you make the claim that the picture that you just showed me is older, like 20-some years ago, when that picture was taken in 1932?
I gotta get my information for that. I got the information.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Hold on.
Hold on 1 second. You know that book that you showed me the other day that you said you had?
Let me show you something. Let me be clear. Hold
on 1 second.
This picture right here. Let me be clear, brother.
Okay.
This picture that you see right here on the right is from the newspaper article 1932. Let me blow it up for you. This is 1932. Right here. This is 1932. Can't get away from it because that's when they was locked up when the guy was murdered through the ritual. 1932.
Right.
This is a rendition, or actually, it's a up-to-date rendition of a picture that appeared on the, and I'm going to bring it up in a second, that appeared on the newspaper in 1934 after Farad went missing.
Now, is that the only time or the first time that picture was shown to the public?
Which means?
Could you confirm that was the first time, 1934, that picture was the first time that anyone
That's the first time. on documents, yes.
How can you confirm that?
I'm about to show you. Let me show you.
Yeah, you got to show me that. I can't confirm that it's older than that either. So I'm not going to be too hard on that either. So if you can't prove it to me, show me that. Because you can show me the picture on the final call to Islam. I'm not debating that at all.
Yeah. So no, what I'm saying is that's the only evidence that we have, brother.
No, that's the only evidence that you have.
No, well, show me some other evidence.
I didn't research.
No,
I
listen.
didn't research.
You have to show us. Listen, this is a conversation. So you have to show us something that predates 1934. Not talk. You can't talk it out. You have to walk it out.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You have to. Let me say it one more time.
Either way. Guess what? That man does not have a mole. That man doesn't have a mole.
No. Listen. We can get to the mole stuff in a minute. You have to talk it out.
Come on.
But you can also walk it out. Show us the picture that predates, and I'm gonna bring up the newspaper right now. I'm gonna bring up the newspaper right now.
Got that too.
Bring up the newspaper, brother. My bad. I just got a phone call. Hey, what I'm saying is, where is you have the paper, right? Pull the paper up. Or let me pull the paper up. I'll pull the paper up.
I got it right here.
I'll pull the paper up.
Oh yeah.
The final call to Islam. Let me let you pull it up. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Right there. See that picture right there on the left? I'm gonna use your own slides. I don't even have to use mine. I'm gonna use your own slides. The date on that paper is 1934.
That's not it. That is not in dispute.
Okay. Now, if you telling me that let me hold up.
I've been quiet for about 10 minutes.
Hold up. Let me say this and you can go. I'm saying to my brother is, show me where that picture exists before then.
This picture right here that we see right now is a circle around the picture. We have the full photo. That's how you know this is not the first picture. This is not the first time it's been seen. We have the full photo.
I'm gonna explain the picture in a minute, though. I'm gonna let my brother talk.
Showing his full shoulders all the way down to his suit. No, it's not the only picture that was around that time. That's a bad argument, brother.
Okay, I hear you. You haven't shown nothing though, brother. Let's let our brother Kevin go. Let's go, Kevin.
No, again, if you are, this is 1930 and before. Do we have a digital record of when that picture was first taken? No.
Sister Bernstein talked about
it
in her book.
Just because it was placed in that paper in 1934, that doesn't mean that's when it was taken. And again, with that picture of the newspaper with the picture of the newspaper article there, I've never heard Messenger Elijah Muhammad authenticate that picture as being the Savior.
Now, let me say one more time. This is a conversation of show and prove. So we can have hypothesis and say, well, it could have been this, it could have been that.
No, sir.
We're only going with tangible, concrete evidence. And the tangible, concrete evidence is this. The tangible, concrete evidence is this. Let me explain to you where that photo come from, if you don't mind. That photo is not and I ain't gonna give all my stuff out because I don't think I'm gonna put this book out, but I want to share something with you. That photo is not a literal photo from a Canon camera. In fact, that photo is a portrait made in semblance of another photo. Let me show you the photo.
Okay.
Again, I've never heard Messenger Elijah Muhammad authenticate that newspaper article photo as being Master Farad Muhammad.
No, we're going to authenticate it. We're going to authenticate it in a minute.
No, that's a fact.
The picture wasn't really around like that either. Like a lot of times they wouldn't even.
That newspaper article, I've never heard the messenger authenticate that as being Master Farad Muhammad.
Now let me show you something. I'm gonna
see again, it boils down to either you believe Messenger Elijah Muhammad or you don't.
Let me show you where that photo come from. The photo that you're looking at actually comes from this photo. This photo was the first attempt to demystify, if you will, Fard Muhammad. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. You know where this photo come from? This photo is an airbrush photo of guess what?
Of what?
Guess what? It's an airbrush photo of the photo of Fard talking to the police.
And other than you just saying it,
no, I'm going to show you.
Where's the documentation that this is an airbrush photo and that was a portrait of the airbrush photo? Other than you saying,
you got to allow me to show you.
I'm looking at it.
You got to allow me to show you. No. I'm going to show you in a second. Let me pull it up.
I've seen this photo before. Brother Alan Khan Productions. He
I'm gonna show you where it come from, though.
Yeah. Show us where it come from, man.
I'm gonna show you where it come from in a second. Let me just pull it up real quick. I'm gonna let y'all build real quick. Let me I need to check on. I just got a call real quick, but y'all can build real quick.
Can I share my screen one more time?
Where it come from?
Let me share my screen one more time.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, we have the signatures. We have the signatures of Master Farad Muhammad.
Right.
And signatures, everybody know this is how you can identify someone, if it's authenticated or not, if they did something.
Okay.
This is his signature.
Right.
W.D. Farad. We have Wallie Dodd's signature. This is his Wallie Dodd's signature. Right here. Doesn't even write nothing like them.
Brother, I haven't even mentioned Wallie Dodd yet.
Wallie Dodd is the guy that's like.
Listen to what I'm saying. I haven't even went that far yet.
But this is Wallie Dodd right here.
But listen to me. I haven't even went that far yet. We're still talking about, we agree that he is the guy in the newspaper talking to the police. That's what we agree on so far.
Right.
We agree.
We haven't went any further.
We agree what?
That the guy on the newspaper, him and I, not you, him and I agree that the guy on the screen is Farad Muhammad. We didn't go to Wallie Dodd yet.
But yes, we did. We talked about it because I talked about the mole.
No. But I'm just saying, I haven't even went.
You haven't. I have. I'm already exposed.
I'm
trying to get this out the way real quick.
Hold up.
Let's get this out the way real quick. We ain't got to pander with it.
So listen what I'm saying, brother. What I'm trying to say to you and what I'm confirming is this. What I'm trying to confirm with you real quick, if you don't mind, I'm trying to confirm that even the photo that you bring up, right? Hold up one second. Let me bring mine up real quick. Even the photo that you bring up, they don't match to this. Let me show you real quick. Screen share real quick.
Not the photo is fake. That's just crazy.
These two photos don't match and don't look like the same person per se.
I told you those photos are years later from each other. You could believe that. You could believe whatever you want to believe.
Listen what I'm saying to you. Listen, brother, I want you to hear what I'm saying, though. How can you date the photo on the left as being an older photo? Can you show me anything to confirm that that's an older photo?
I'm showing my screen right now. These two faces right here, I'm showing that they are the same exact face and just years apart from each other. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that's a fact. That's my opinion. So we can go off. I mean, I'm hearing you telling me your opinions too. So this is my opinion. We can let the people decide. We let the people decide which makes sense because he doesn't have a mole on his face.
Okay, but look, as you say that, take a look at the hairline. So the hairline you're saying is an older rendition of him.
The man is old. The man is older. Yes, as men we get older, our hairline kind of recedes a little bit. It doesn't stay the same.
So how old was he in the picture with the book in his hand?
My guess is that that's a picture from like the 20s, maybe 20s or earlier. I don't know. When he got to America, they wasn't really taking pictures like that around that time.
Okay,
I believe he probably got that picture when he first got to America. You can't tell me he spent over 20 years in America and then he just now starting to take his first picture. That doesn't even make sense to me. He did all this stuff throughout America.
I'm telling you.
We have the history of when he came and how he got here, everything, and what boat he rode on, who he came with. We got it. We got it all.
Okay.
You
got to
know
show that, brother. Come on. Okay, the floor is yours. You can show that. Show that real quick.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. This is the 1930 census. Right? I'm going to zoom in for you guys. It's right here. William Ford. William Dodd Ford. Selling clothing. That's what he was a salesman. He sell clothing. So this is the boat that he came in on. We also have another census report.
Hold up. Don't move too fast. You said the boat that he came in on. Where did he come from on the boat?
He came in from Afghanistan, Asia.
Okay.
Afghanistan. You know, so
okay.
he came from the east. Also, we have the evidence of when they were in Oregon. I mean, he was in Oregon. Him and this other guy. I believe this is my theory. They was together. You know, because it is. If you look at this information,
who was together, brother?
The Dodd guy and Master Farad Muhammad.
Oh, Master Farad Muhammad and the Dodd guy was together.
Yes. You know, and I feel like Master Farad Muhammad used this man to his advantage to do with his mission.
All right.
With all due respect, I find none of that in any of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
This is past. I won't say it's past the teachings, but this is outside information.
Again, one either believes what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches on Master Farad Muhammad, or they don't.
We got the documents. We got the documents. We got the court. We got the court date that Wallie D. Ford had. We got the court date.
Where's the court date at?
Got the court date right here. We got. What you mean the court date? This was July 14th, 1926.
Where at?
This was in. I think this is in California. This is in California.
So you're saying that Dodd went to prison, but I'm trying to follow you on this. You're
Dodd
saying that they're two different people.
Right. Dodd went to prison. This is his mugshot when he went to prison. It's not the same. It's not the same dude as the other one. Okay. And he went to prison. He got out in 1929. Farad was already in Detroit and Chicago. It's evidence, it's facts behind that.
Show us where he was in Detroit and Chicago.
He was in Detroit. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see something.
Because he got out May of 1929. So you have to show us.
And we have Uganda Ali telling us that he was.
Hold up. No. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. I'm letting you run your documentation, and I'm gonna come behind you.
Okay.
I want you to show me that he was in Chicago while W.D. Ford on the screen was in jail. Because that's the claim that you just made.
Say it one more time.
You claim that W.D. Ford, the one on the screen, is a different person, and he was in jail.
Right.
But the one that you claim that is Master Farad Muhammad was in Chicago at this time.
Detroit
and
Chicago.
I'm saying, show us the documentation. You can't show part documentation and not the rest, brother.
There's I'm trying to find a newspaper, man. There's a newspaper, Uganda Ali talking about him being the minister of Farad Muhammad. I'm gonna just talk about it. I'm gonna find it. This is around the Robert Harris event where one of Farad's students killed someone. I'm gonna find. Let me see if I can find the newspaper article.
Bro, that was 1932.
Right. So when you see Uganda Ali, he's next to Farad Muhammad in that picture. He has an interview as well, and he was telling them that he's been teaching with Farad Muhammad since 1929, and he's
All
already right. So he's already he been saying he's been teaching since 1929. You tell
No,
me he
he
got
says he's been teaching. He didn't say with Farrar. He said he's been teaching. Ugon was a part of, his name was Eugene. He was a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, brother.
his name was what?
His real name was Eugene. Eugene.
Where was he from?
He was teaching from the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Where was he? No, where was he from?
What you mean, where was he from? He was from Chicago.
No. I'm gonna tell you where he was from right now. I'm gonna show it to you right now. Let me show it to you right now. This is his registration card right here.
Okay.
He's from Afghanistan, Asia.
Bro, who you talking about? That man is not from Asia, bro.
Ugan Ali.
Bro, he's using Asia in reference to Asiatic, brother.
This is his registration card right here.
No, bro, he's using Asia as reference to Asiatic, not Asia.
Why would he call himself an Afghani?
Bro, because they was doing stuff like that, but I got his actual name. But let me get into something else.
This was his address. This was his. Hold on. 1 second. This was his address right here in Detroit, Wayne, Michigan. Right here, 1984 mullet.
Listen to me. Let's stick to Farad, because that's a whole nother conversation, and I can show you exactly who he is.
This is the conversation that we're having. This is the whole reason I'm here. We're gonna stick to.
Hold up. I want to get back to Farad real quick, though, bro. Because we're moving around too fast. Now, let me get to my point. Let me get to my stuff real quick.
When you all are ready to hear what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches on the particular subject, let me know, because that's my area of expertise.
Okay.
I'm not a documenter. I'm not a researcher. I'm not pulling up files from newspapers from 1929. I don't care what those files say. I know what the messenger teaches, and the messenger never authenticated that picture right there. He never authenticated that picture of the phony. Matter of fact, he refuted it in Muhammad Speaks.
All right, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you where that famous picture comes from. Let me show you. I'm going to show you where that famous picture comes from. It's a rendition. Family, I want y'all to pay attention to this. So this picture here, let me minimize this. This picture here on the left is actually an airbrushed picture, a modification of a picture. The picture actually started off as an airbrush that looked like this picture on your right here. I hope.
And your proof that it started off like that is
I'm about to show you. Pay attention.
You already said to show us.
Pay attention. Slow down. You see this picture right here? This picture right here is the newspaper article picture. I'm going to blow it up for you. This picture is the newspaper article picture. And one thing I want you to pay attention to is that the modifications of this picture came from, hold up 1 second, it's an airbrush rendition of the picture. If you don't believe me, let me show you something. Right here.
I've never seen Messenger Elijah Muhammad.
Hold up 1 second. Let me finish. Look at the fingers right there. All right. Look at the fingers right there. Let me blow it up so you can see. Boom. See the fingers right there? This is how the picture was modified into an airbrush picture, and you see the fingers right there. All right. That was the first modification of try to make the picture more pleasant to those who would start to look at Master Farad Muhammad as Allah in the person. This was the first one. This picture comes directly.
Again,
let me finish, brother. Let me finish. You can have the floor. Let me finish.
Editorial.
Let me finish.
Let
me finish.
You have no proof of that.
Let me finish.
You're not giving us any evidence,
bro. I'm showing you right now. This comes from the newspaper.
We know that. Yes, we understand.
We don't know where that picture came from that you even showing in the first place. Who airbrushed it, and where did you get it from?
Can I finish real quick, brother?
Where'd you get the picture from? Where'd you get the picture from, brother?
I'm gonna finish.
Where'd you get the picture from?
Listen to me, brother. If you let me finish, please. Listen.
You're not gonna ever tell us where you get the picture from.
No, listen to me.
I know where you got it from.
That's okay. Well, you tell us where we got it from.
You got it from Alam. You got that picture from Alam Khan.
No, brother. That picture, where did Alam Khan get the picture from?
Yeah, he made it up.
He did not make the picture up, brother.
Yes, he did. Go
Brother,
Uganda
this
Ali
was
right
the
there.
first picture that they were using. And then the variable came. Let me show you this. And then the variable came where they turned them to the side like that. And they cleaned the picture up. Now, and hold up. What? What you mean?
Did it? Who did that?
So you can give us an undocumented narrative.
No.
But
No. Listen.
Who did that?
Listen to me. Ultimately, Elijah Muhammad's grandson would ultimately render the final picture that people call Master Farad Muhammad. And that is documented.
His grandson, who? He
Hubert.
had a grandson in 1932.
No.
Yeah,
I said the final. The one that you see in 34 is not the final rendition. The one that you're looking at is the final rendition.
Only one picture, man. It's only one picture of that caliber. Yes, it's only one picture. You might see different people variations of it, but the one that we've been showing tonight is the original picture.
That's not the original picture.
Yes, it is. We're not finna sit here and play games with you right now.
Bro, hold up.
That's not. I'm not finna play games with you. You telling me they had Adobe? They had Adobe Photoshop back in 1934. Come on, man. You sound crazy. Variables. It sounds crazy, man. Y'all coming up with this crazy stuff, man. We was in agreement. I can't agree with that, brother. You can't tell me they sitting here Photoshop and stuff back in 1934.
We're not talking about Photoshop, brother.
That's what you was basically saying.
What I'm telling you is that they was rendering portraits back then. No different when one has a funeral, right? When one has a funeral and they have an artist, to render a portrait of the person that sits on the casket, this is what they were doing back then to pictures. They was rendering portraits of people back then. And what you're looking at is a rendering.
Could you show me one? Could you show me one of that caliber? Another one from 1930s of a rendered picture. I want to see how authenticated they look versus what you're talking about, because this is a real picture that we've been showing all night of Master Farad Muhammad. Looking down in that book,
I'm about to show you.
That's a real picture.
Okay.
I've seen the drawn versions of the pictures. I have one. I know the real versus the fake one.
Okay. I'm about to show you right now that the one, in fact, let me send it to myself real quick. In fact, I think I have it. I think I have already sent it to myself. But go ahead, Brother Kevin Ali. Let you go ahead and talk real quick.
About?
Whatever you want to add to the conversation.
Again, the only authenticated picture that I'm aware of that was authenticated by Messenger Elijah Muhammad is the one looking down in the book. He didn't authenticate that picture of the person in the jailhouse, supposedly. He did not, and he refuted the picture of that person who is the phony, put it right on the front page of Muhammad Speaks. You wanted to go off into whether somebody accepted the challenge or not. The fact remains is he said, that's not the Savior who taught me for 3 years and nearly a half. That's okay. So we only have one authenticated picture. All this other stuff about who, when, dates.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
No, brother Minister Kevin, do you
Yes,
know
sir.
do you know about the Robert Harris event?
Excuse me?
Do you know about the Robert Harris event that happened in Detroit in the 1930s?
The alleged sacrifice or murder.
Right. Did you know
I know of the news reports of it, but I know. Do I have any personal?
Do you know why Master Farad Muhammad left Detroit and moved to Chicago?
Yes.
Why?
The authorities asked him to leave Detroit and ordered him out of Detroit. That's why Detroit is temple. That's why Detroit is.
Did you see the newspaper clipping that I showed you? What it said at the bottom. I just want to show you something. Specifically, I just want to show you something. This newspaper clipping is saying that the voodoo cult, and then Minister Farrakhan's talked about this as well. I know you don't subscribe to the minister, but he talks about it as well. He's authenticated it, and Minister Farrakhan is probably the best one that can authenticate anything, according to anything with the Nation of Islam. So, but he even authenticated the news clipping, and he said that he had a secretary named Ugan Ali that was next to him. He has an interview as well, and then he was ordered out of Detroit, and that's when he went to Chicago. and took over the.
And that's what I said. He was ordered out of Detroit and went to Chicago. That's why Detroit is temple number 1 and Chicago is temple number 2.
Because of the Robert Harris events.
I never heard the messenger say that that's why he left.
Hold up. We're getting off track. But I want to get back to my point, brother. We're talking about Farad Muhammad. Let's get to my point real quick, brother. Now, you can believe whatever you want. However, these are the same people. This is on the left is 1932, Farad Muhammad. 1933 mugshot.
No mo.
He came back to Detroit.
Just mention the no mo for
Hold up. No mo. 1932, right here. This is the same person. 1932. When you look at the indentation of the hair just a little bit thicker. Hold up 1 second. The hair just a little bit thicker. Let me show you because we're gonna stop playing now. Let's stop playing with it. The hair just a little bit thicker. It ain't that serious. So we see this. This is 1932. This is the indentation. This is 1933. This is when he was kicked out. This one. This is when they locked him up when he came back. The FBI did not put out this photo. The Detroit Police Department put out this photo. They matched fingerprints with this guy and this guy. This has nothing to do with the FBI photo. Because
brother, can I stop you for 1 second, please?
No. This is for young blood. The FBI did not put out this photo.
That's not the same guy.
Brother,
you said it's not the same guy.
It's not the same. They got an arrest record. Detroit Police Department got an arrest record with this guy and this guy, matching fingerprints, and they have
they're not matching. They're not matching fingerprints. Stop lying. You say they matching fingerprints? No, it's not. They're not matching fingerprints. The FBI couldn't even conclude that they were the same people. Why? So can you conclude?
Because we're not talking about the FBI. We're talking about the Detroit police record.
Oh.
May I give you some clarity, brother?
Listen, hold up. Let me tell him. I'm not even addressing the FBI, brother. I'm talking about the police Detroit record, which we can go in. So me and you need to go. Let's let what's the name talk, and me and you do a part 2. Me and you do a part 2, and we just put all the evidence up tomorrow. And then, because I don't want this conversation. I don't want this conversation where we're just talking, and me and you tomorrow, me and you would just put all the evidence to the table. I didn't want to bring all my stuff today because I knew it was just going to be a talk conversation. But me and you tomorrow, brother, and we can go straight up with it. How about that?
I'm here now.
No, me and you tomorrow.
No, I'm here right now. And
you don't want to do tomorrow.
I'm here right now.
Let me get no. You didn't show anything, brother.
You can't refute anything. You're not showing anything. You telling me stuff that's off the top of your head. You're not even giving me evidence of where you're getting your things from. I can literally break down everything that I'm talking about, and I can tell you if I have an opinion. This is my opinion. You're telling me about a fact. I said my opinion was this picture could be older. That's my opinion. That's what I said. You giving me your own opinion and stating it as a fact. No, you can't even show me that the mole. Tell me why the mole doesn't show up in the picture.
Bro, I'm not concerned about a mole.
I'm saying
that ain't a big issue to me.
That is Minister Ali.
The mole is not a big issue to me. Let me tell you why. The mole.
He's an outsider, real quick, because in our conversation, bring up that picture one more time.
Listen to me. Let me tell you why the mole is not significant to me. Because moles can grow later in life. Moles can whatever. So that's not significant to me. But the written record, brother, Let me let Kevin Ali talk, brother. Let's let him talk. Come on.
The 1926 mugshot has a mole on it. The 1926 mugshot has a mole. So you tell me 1934 he lost the mole and then got the mole back? Come on, brother, stop. You need to stop.
We may not see the mole because it's a newspaper picture, brother.
I just showed the side of the face. It's
a newspaper picture, brother.
Can I share my screen one more time?
Brother Kevin Ali, come on, brother.
Just for the people, one more time. Just for the people, one more time.
Brother Kevin Ali, let's go.
Again, brother Taharka,
Right.
you seem to be getting very caught up on semantics. Whether
Brother.
it's I didn't even finish my second sentence. You're jumping in already. Whether it's FBI, CIA, Detroit police, New York police, they were all part of the COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program. So if I happen to say FBI and you're going to refute it just because it came from the
No, I didn't refute anything about the FBI. I never mentioned the FBI. I'm not even dealing with the FBI.
You did mention the FBI. You said,
no, I said I'm not even going into the FBI. I said the FBI did not render the picture.
All of these police agencies, all of these intelligence agencies are part of the same counterintelligence.
But you don't understand my argument, brother. The argument that I'm putting
Are you gonna let me? You know what? I'm going to turn it back over to you since you don't want me to complete my sentence.
The argument that I'm putting forth is that people say that the FBI is responsible for the picture. I'm saying that the FBI had nothing to do with that picture.
The Detroit police did, though. The same it's the counterintelligence program. If I say FBI, I mean the whole thing. These are all devil's organizations with alphabets behind them. It's the same machine, whether it's the FBI, the Detroit police. Listen to what the counterintelligence program said. Prevent the rise of a messiah who could electrify and unify the militant black nationalist movement. I'm sure you've heard this before. They mentioned Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, Malcolm X, and Elijah Muhammad as people who are particularly to look out for. The Caucasian people knew that a savior, a messiah, would visit America, and they wanted to prevent that. So like they do with nations all over the world, they go and work on their counterintelligence program to begin to destabilize those nations even before they form. The Nation of Islam is a stateless nation. We have no land, but that doesn't mean it's not a nation in any regard. So again, you're straining at gnats. If I say FBI and then you say no, it was the Detroit police, brother.
That's not my argument, brother. I think you're misinterpreting my argument. I really think that you. I hope you're not purposely misinterpreting my argument. The point that I don't even think you understand the argument. Let me explain the argument. The argument within the Nation of Islam circles is that the FBI presented that picture.
Detroit police. I know Detroit police presented the picture. Okay, I know that.
That's all I'm saying, brother.
Okay, I know that.
I'm not trying to courtail anything. But now, my point is this.
That picture comes from the Detroit police.
Let me finish. My point is this. The young brother says that the guy on the left is Master Farad Muhammad. And then he says the guy on the right is Master Farad Muhammad. But his argument is that the guy on the right is a younger picture of Master Farad Muhammad.
I'm not here to defend.
And I'm saying to him, then show us how that's a younger picture. I'm telling you that is a portrait drawn airbrush picture of a rendition of Master Farad Muhammad. That's my point. And what I'm standing on is, let me show you what I'm standing on. What I'm standing on is something very simple. When you look at, let me pull it up real quick. When you look at this picture right here, real quick. When you look at this picture, or let me do it like this, brother. Let me do it like this. When you look at, give me 1 second. I'm going to bring it all together for you real quick. When you look at, let me move him out the way real quick. And let me throw this picture up in there real quick. I want to show you something. When you look at this picture right here. All right. When you look at because he said Khalil made this picture up. Khalil didn't make this picture up. This picture actually exists. So let me show you. So when you look at the police picture that the young brother says is Farad Muhammad, I'm saying that picture actually came from the police picture. And this is the original airbrush picture of the police picture.
Can you stop right there? Can you stop right there a second?
Let's finish my statement, then I'll let you go. And my argument is this is the original rendition of the airbrush police picture. You understand what I'm saying? That's the original. Then they turn it to the side.
You're saying it's the original. Yes.
That's where I'm telling you, that's where this comes from.
You're saying it, I know.
No, look at the picture. You see the book in the hand, you see the fingers, and you see the people that have been airbrushed out. You can't see that.
Are you ready to let me
No,
go?
I'm asking you, can you see that? Can you see that?
I don't care anything about either picture because Messenger Elijah Muhammad never authenticated either of those pictures as being Master Farad Muhammad.
Okay.
So this is
okay. Let me ask you a question.
Why do you keep cutting me off, sir?
All right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Messenger Elijah Muhammad never authenticated either of those pictures as being Master Farad Muhammad. So this is complete speculation. We don't deal in speculation. I don't care anything about those pictures.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What about John Elijah Muhammad brother? Is he truthful?
About what?
About Farad Muhammad.
In particular, about what?
Maybe
I don't know. I'm not a student of John Muhammad, so I don't know everything that he has said or taught. I know what the
country. Now, before he told the whole country that he was the supreme being. It came out in the Detroit Free Press.
Stop right there. Let me set this up for you. This is Elijah Muhammad brother. He's actually quoting this article where Farad Muhammad says that he is the supreme being. The article that you're looking at is the article where he says that he is the supreme being. And this is Elijah Muhammad brother who was there that is verifying this.
When he was in jail country. Now, before he told the whole country that he was the supreme being. It came out in the Detroit Free Press when he was in jail. And the devil asked him, where is your authorities? And he opened the Holy Quran and showed it to him and told him that I am the supreme being.
That is the picture that that he's describing. Elijah Muhammad brother who actually met with Farad Muhammad. And this is the picture where you saying that the messenger saying he never, now his brother never went with Farrakhan, nor did his brother go in any other direction. Let me finish.
His brother, his other blood.
Yes, sir.
Say what?
His other blood brother Khalid tried to murder him. Now I'm not saying anything like that against. Why do you keep cutting me off?
Brother.
Why do you keep cutting me off? I don't cut
you throwing all types of stuff in there now, brother. Go ahead.
Why do you keep cutting me off?
Go ahead, brother.
Why do you keep cutting me off?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Again, I'm not here to represent the position of John Muhammad, the messenger's brother. I don't know everything that he teaches. I do know that the only one who was taught God knowledge was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Master Farad Muhammad taught him day and night for 3 years and nearly a half, like a man speaketh to his friend. That is the biblical prophecy of Moses meeting face to face with God. John Muhammad
can you show us that?
Can I show us what?
Can you show us that, or you just going off Elijah Muhammad's word?
Of course I'm going. I'm a minister of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm going off the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's
But when we get into a scholarly conversation, are we able to show some of the things that we're saying, at least just to qualify what we're talking about?
Am I able to show it where the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it?
No. Are we able to show that they actually were sitting down night and day and going over this thing? Because there's letters where Master Farad Muhammad told him to stop teaching because he doesn't know what he's teaching.
No, he said, don't teach that while I'm here. Wait.
No. There's a letter. I'm not while I'm here to stop teaching.
Again, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that he met with Master Farad Muhammad for 3 years and nearly a half. like a man speaketh to his friend, face to face, taught the knowledge of God.
Do you have any information that you can stand on, that you can verify, or everything that you say?
Yes, I sure do. I stand on the words and the wisdom of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, if you want me to, I mean, we've been on here, what, over an hour now, hour and 15 minutes. And I've probably talked a total of about 5 minutes.
Because the thing is that this is the discussion that's supposed to be scholastic. And I didn't bring out a lot of stuff because I figured it was going to get to this point.
It's not getting to any point. I haven't been able to say anything.
But no, we're talking, but you're not showing anything to substantiate what you're saying.
All you're showing us, sir, is a bunch of pictures, and you're saying that the picture was an airbrush. Okay, you're saying that. That doesn't mean it's true.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say is where the identity of Farad Muhammad is the subject matter. Correct. Is that right?
Yes.
You have yet to address the identity of Farad Muhammad.
And you have yet to dispute the identity of Farad Muhammad, other than putting up.
No, I just confirmed. I confirmed who he is. I didn't dispute. I didn't dispute because you didn't put anything up for me to dispute.
What would you like for me to present as confirmed evidence of who he is? You want me to put up a digital photograph of him? I mean, what are you going to accept? Either believes the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or one believes the enemy of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is the Caucasian, the white man. I submit that those who use the information of the Caucasian white man are in fact children of the Caucasian white man. I tend to believe what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches because he has not lied to us about anything.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you this. All right. Let's get into that then.
Now you want me to present some documents from the white man? I don't have them.
You say Elijah Muhammad haven't lied. And I'm not calling the brother a liar, but let's look at this, for example. Let's make this make sense. Since you want to do that. Elijah Muhammad says, are we black Muslims? Sure, we are black Muslims. As white people call themselves white Christians, we are black Muslims. Then he says, we are not Negroes. Do you understand that Negro and black is the same thing?
No, Negro and black are not the same thing.
Why it's not? Break it down for me.
You are thinking of black as a color from the Crayola crayon box. That's
so
not
what kind of black are you talking about?
The black that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us of is the blackness and darkness of space. Whatever word you want to call that is the simple word that he gave to an ignorant people, ignorant of true science and mathematics, to describe us. We emerge out of that blackness. That's not a color in a Crayola crayon box. That is actually the absence of light in space, in the universe, because space has no matter to deflect light for our eyes to see. That is the black.
Okay, brother. And what do Negro mean?
He called us the so-called.
No, I'm asking you, what does Negro mean? I didn't ask you what he called you. What does Negro mean? What is the definition?
I don't know. I don't have a dictionary in front of me right now.
Brother. Okay, Negro means black in Spanish. So if you were speaking,
okay, all right. Now, if you're gonna use Spanish, that's what it means in Spanish.
It
means in English.
Let me finish, brother.
I got a Black's Law dictionary up there on my shelf.
Can I finish? Negro means black in Spanish. So to say 1 minute that we are black, regardless of how you try to characterize it, that we are black Muslims, regardless of the beginning of the essence of the universe and all of that, we are black Muslims. And then to say we are not Negroes is a contradiction of terms.
No, it's not a contradiction of terms.
It's because Negro only means black.
No, Negro means more than black. That's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we are the.
Tell me what it means more than black.
That's why he said we are the so-called American.
I'm asking you now. Tell me how much more does it mean than black? Help me out.
If you are giving me the definition from Spanish,
no, I want your definition.
I don't have a definition. I don't have a dictionary in front of me, brother.
Bro, listen to what you're saying. I'm saying that he says we are black Muslims, but then he says we are not Negroes. I'm telling you that Negro means black. You say that it means more than black. I'm saying, show me where it means more than black. And you say, I don't know what you're saying. Negro means black.
In Spanish.
In
we
Spanish.
Don't speak, we are speaking English. The slave master didn't.
Brother. You say we are speaking English, but you call God Allah.
Hold on a
We
second,
speak the English language or the vernacular of America is a bastardized language that has multiple different words from different cultures and regions mixed all in, all messed up. So what do you mean we speak English? What are you talking about?
One of the derivatives of the word Negro is necro, which means dead.
I didn't ask derivative.
I know you didn't ask it, but I'm telling you anyway.
The derivative is not a definition.
I'm telling you anyway. Words have meaning. Words have the English language is based on other languages. Necro is the German. It means dead. English is a bastardized language composed of.
Hey, let me tell you this. I'll accept that too. But if Negro is a derivative that means dead, the definition means black, so black means dead. Is that right?
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
No. Brother, listen to what I'm saying.
It's two separate words.
Hey,
black and Negro are two separate words. They are at times used interchangeably.
No, they're not at times. It's just
they are at
language.
Oh, okay, they're not.
All right, let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that we are the so-called American Negro.
Okay.
We are the Asiatic black man.
All right, let me ask you a question. Is Farad a white man?
No, he's not a white man, although he may appear to be a white man according to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
His father was an original black man, and his mother was a Caucasian woman.
And I'm just using white man for the sake of the conversation. Now, let me ask you a question. Was Prophet Muhammad a white man?
If you're asking me if Prophet Muhammad was a Caucasian, no. Who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, maker, owner, creator of planet Earth, God of the universe. Who is the colored man? The colored man is the Caucasian.
All right, I got you.
White man in parentheses, because no black person in 1930 knew what a Caucasian was.
All right, let's look at this. Look at this.
So you have a parenthetical insert in the lessons of white man to descript what a Caucasian is. It doesn't set up an equation. Caucasian does not equal white man.
Okay.
So so let me finish. So we do have Messenger Elijah Muhammad in Theology of Time saying that Muhammad of Arabia was a white man. This was in juxtaposition of the thought process that the black stone of Mecca represented somebody else when it represents the real black man here in America. So he's saying it could not have represented Muhammad of Arabia because he was a white man. Remember, white man is in parentheses in the lessons. It is not an equation between Caucasian and white man. It is a descriptor. So Muhammad of Arabia, peace be upon him, his features were and complexion was light. He was an Arab, and that is why in Supreme Wisdom, the messenger says, Muhammad, an Arab, was a member of the black nation. He's not a Caucasian. He was not.
Okay. Here we go. According to what I read in the Theology of Time, it reads, Elijah Muhammad says, I am Elijah of your Bible. I am Muhammad of your Holy Quran. Not the Muhammad that was here 1,400 years ago. I am the one who the Holy Quran is referring. Elijah Muhammad says this, right?
Yes.
And then he says, the Muhammad that was here 14 years ago was a white man.
Yes.
He's not juxtaposing anything.
And again,
Can I finish, brother? Listen, I just want to finish my statement. Then they put a sign of the real Muhammad. When he's talking about white man, he's referring to white man as it relates to the white man as he refers to Europeans. He's not juxtaposing anything.
No, that's
hold
not.
Hold up. It is there in Mecca, Arabia. Listen to the whole statement.
I know the statement very well.
They call it a little black stone. I looked at it. I made 7 circuits around it. I kissed the little black stone, but I didn't like
to kiss it.
Let me finish.
Because I'm kissing the side of myself.
Let me finish.
I know it by my heart.
It means that the people will bow to the real black man. So if he says that the people will bow to the real black man, that means that Muhammad was not the real black man.
And that's correct. He's not a real black man.
Okay, now stop right there. Hold on.
No, don't tell me to stop right there.
No, let me finish. Now.
With all due respect, brother, you can't keep telling me to stop.
Hold up. You cutting me off, brother. I'm going to let you talk. Now.
Will you?
If Muhammad is a white man, right? And he's of the Moorish tribe. Elijah Muhammad also says that though Ford maintained that he was racially identical to North American Negroes, he was said to have been born in Mecca, the son of a wealthy member of the tribe of the Moorish tribe, of which Prophet Muhammad was a member. So if he's a member of the Moorish tribe, that Prophet Muhammad was a member, and if Prophet Muhammad is a white man, then Farad would happily be a white man. These are all Elijah Muhammad's own words.
Again, I have to refer you to the lessons. The lesson says very clearly, who is the colored man? The colored man is the Caucasian. White man in the lessons is in parentheses. That is a parenthetical insert. A parenthetical insert is a descriptor of the previous noun, Caucasian. It does not set up an equation. Muhammad of Arabia was an Arab. You go look at many Arabs today, their complexion is white. You go look at some members of my own family, including my grandmother. She looked like a white woman. She looked like a white man. But she was not a white woman. She was not a white man. She was a member of the original nation. And that's why the messenger says, in message to the black man and in the supreme wisdom, Muhammad, an Arab, was a member of the black nation. But the Arabs are not real black men. They had a lot of Caucasian blood in them.
Brother, the point that I'm pointing out is the contradictions.
I know it seems like a contradiction to those who are unstudied. It's not a contradiction to those who are clearly studied.
So you mean tell me that 1 minute he says that he's a white man, and then the next minute he says that he's a black man, and that's not a contradiction?
Where he said he's a white man because he's describing the black stone and that it refers to the black man of America, not to the Arabs.
So is the Arab a white man?
The Arabs during the time of Muhammad were very light complected. They were very white. They were white men visually, but they're members of the black nation because they had original blood in them. You look at some of the people in Saudi Arabia today, they look like Caucasian people. They look like white men. Some of them are pure Caucasian, pure devil.
This is why I held back some of my slides today, brother, because I knew
some of them are just mixtures. This is not a contradiction. This is the correct understanding of supreme wisdom from someone who studies it.
Right.
Now, are you aware of that lesson that I just recited? Question number 2 of student enrollment.
I'm aware of all of it, brother. And I'm
okay.
Just telling you.
Did you ever wonder why white man is in parentheses in that lesson? In the answer to that lesson?
No. Listen to this. No, I didn't.
Let
me tell you why.
Answer the question. Why? Did you ever wonder? Did you ever wonder
why? No. Let me tell you.
It's a yes or no, brother. It's very simple.
No, I never wondered why. Because let me tell you why.
Fair enough.
I've studied. This book right here is probably old as me.
I can't see it.
I've studied every book, and I know when Elijah Muhammad refers to the white man, he's talking about Europeans, and he's talking about them emphatically.
Not in this case, because white man
only in the theology of time, he's not talking about the white man.
Not in this instance. He is referring to the complexion of Muhammad, the look of Muhammad. Muhammad and the affinity of Muhammad. Muhammad had an affinity for white people. He had a lot of white blood in him. He said the old scientists used to laugh at Muhammad for thinking that he could convert the devils.
Okay.
They used to laugh at him.
Okay.
According to the messenger.
Okay. So
there's a reason why white man is in parentheses in the lesson.
So why didn't he just call him a yellow man?
Because he's not a yellow man.
He's a white man.
That's a different race. Again,
but he didn't put it in parentheses.
He didn't put what in parentheses? It
white
is
in theology of
parentheses in the lessons.
Not in theology of time, though.
You can't put anything in parentheses when you're talking. Theology of time was a speech, not a written document. That was transcribed. You can't put parentheses in your speech. You're asking why the messenger didn't do something. I hear the messenger and I'll obey the messenger. You ask me why he did or didn't do something.
Let me tell you why the argument is really floppy. Because he describes himself as the black man in the same sentence or the same paragraph where he describes Muhammad as the white man. And so if you're going to try to juxtapose white man, then you're going to have to do black man too.
No, I don't have to. If I don't have to juxtapose black man, if I do white man too, there's a reason why white man is in parentheses in the lesson. It is a descriptor. It is not. It's not.
It's brother. It's not, brother. Throughout majority, I can turn the page right here, and I can show you where he is referring to Europeans as white man, over and over and over again. And there's nothing parentheses can say.
I know there's nothing
reference that to be talking about a European.
There's again, he's not violating any logical. There's no logical fallacy being committed here simply because he referred to Europeans as white men. The Caucasian is the devil. He's referring to Muhammad's complexion and also to Muhammad's affinity for the white man at that time because he was very close to them. It caused him heart trouble, and that's why he died at such an early age of 63, according to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, either you believe the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or you don't. Tell me this. Is what I'm teaching from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, yes or no?
Of course.
Okay. Then I have done my job. Whether you believe it or not is not up to me or your listening audience. It's not up to me. You heard it, you understood it, and I explained it. Whether you accept it or not, that's up to you.
All right, brother. Brother, I appreciate this dialogue. I might have to come back and do my presentation. I had to hold back on my presentation because I knew it was going to get up to this.
Brother, I get into all kinds of wisdom. I mean, I've got American Prophecy here by E.G. White. I've got True Islam's book, The Truth of God. I got the Philosophy of Opinions of Marcus Garvey. I got the Holy Quran, Circle 7 here. I also have the Aquarian Gospel here. I've also got other booklets that are by the prophet. Messenger Elijah Muhammad is the most documented religious leader that we've ever had, both in writing and in lectures. No other religious leader has been as documented as Messenger Elijah Muhammad. I represent his position.
All right, peace. I'm gonna let it rock like that. Man, I appreciate you coming on, brother.
I thank you for having me, brother.
All right, my brother. So family. So I was kind of holding back on a lot of my slides because I kind of sensed that it was going to come to this. So I may have to do my slides tomorrow. I may have to do my slides on the historicity of Master Farad Muhammad and lay it all out for y'all. If y'all want to see it. If y'all want to see it. I kind of held back and I kind of was cherry picking because I knew it was going to come to just a and so I kind of held back. But if y'all want to see it, y'all got to let me know. Y'all got to let me know. Throw a 7 if y'all want to see it. And I can do it tomorrow. And I can lay out the premise of who's who, why it is what it is, and why no one chooses to try to accept things for what it is. I don't know. So again, I'm of the idea. I mean, I'm of the idea that Farad Muhammad came from California when he got out of prison. He went straight to one of the biggest hubs of the Moors, which would be Detroit, where there was 4,000 Moors there. He went door to door, going to people's houses that was having temples in their houses, and he was spinning them with the help of former members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. One of those former members was the brother Ali, a brother Brown Bey, and I believe, and I think the research will show, and again, it's not all conclusive, the research will show that there would be no reason to call yourself a temple as it relates to Islam if you didn't grab the concept from Prophet Noble Drew Ali would be the first one in America to name a house of worship a temple as it relates to Islam, because we know that temples in Islam seems contradictory, because the house of worship for Muslims is a masjid. The house of worship could be a mosque. So you take that, Muhammad's temple, Allah's temple, the Moorish Science Temple. In the beginning, they're wearing fezzes. We're wearing fezzes. In the beginning, they're using the questionnaire. You actually get locked up with it. You're using the questionnaire that we use. It's reported, it's documented, and we got the documentation. They're even calling themselves Moors in the early newspapers because they were Moors. They were flipping these Moors. And so let me give you an example. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, we say that we're not black because you can't be black as it relates to nationality. Nationality alone. We're only speaking to nationality. Nationality identify who you are as it connects to the family tree or the line of your forefathers, but it starts with your nationality. So in the Moorish Science Temple of America, we talk about, we're Moorish American, and we connect to the Moors, and the Moors connect to North Africa by the way of coming across the Atlantic, and then we connect all the way around through Egypt, all the way down to the Nile Valley, all the way into Asia. And that's Moorish in a nutshell. It traces you back. Elijah Muhammad and Master Farad Muhammad says that they're Asiatic black man. Now, the term Asiatic for us as a people is coined by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. But we say we're not black, they say Asiatic black man. In the Moorish Science Temple of America, the colors is always a white field with red insignias, if you will, just like this charm. The Nation of Islam, they take this and make it red and then make the crescent white. And then they turn it the opposite way. Listen. Listen. Everything that the Moors did, the Nation of Islam would do in reverse. They would do in reverse. The Moors say, no, we're not black because we connected to tribes, we connected to land, we're connected to people, we're connected to nations. The Nation of Islam say, yeah, we the Nation of Islam, but we're black and we... Let me give you an example. The Moorish Science Temple of America teaches that time never was when man was not. That if time would come when man would end, when man would begin, then time would come when man would end. Time never was when you were not. You've always existed. Elijah comes along and says, the black man has no birth record. The black man is the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, the father of civilization, God of the universe. Moorish Science Temple of America says, time never was when man was not. In other words, we've always existed. It's saying the same thing. It's just a remix variable. Now, the Moorish Science Temple of America teaches that man is destined, you see what I'm saying? Man is destined to unfold into the flesh and blood of Allah. That only means that God is within you, and if you feed the God in you, God will come out you, and you will be the representative of God, the flesh and blood of Allah. Nation of Islam says the black man is God. We're saying that if you feed the God in you with truth, if you feed the God in you with truth, then you become the Lord. You become God-man. You become the vicegerent. See what I'm saying? Somebody said, get out there, GS. He thought Islam was from the East. Why didn't he call his house of worship temples? Because later they called the worship a mosque. Hold up. If he taught Islam was from the East, why did he call his house of worship temples? Because later, I don't understand the question, but I got you, family. So what I'm trying to tell you is that, okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you another example. I'm going to do this tomorrow on Facebook. In the Moorish Science Temple of America doctrine, right? And I'm going to teach this tomorrow in class. In the Moorish Science Temple of America doctrine, it says Old Man Cush was the first inhabitants of Africa, right? Who came from Asia. Hence, that's where you get the term Asiatic from. Who came from Asia. Old Man Cush, right? It says that Old Man Cush, you know, the Cushites, was the first inhabitants of Africa. Elijah Muhammad says the tribe of Shabazz was the first to inhabit Africa. Now, here is the caveat. I'm going to teach this in class tomorrow. Here is the caveat. Here's the caveat to that. In the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, it talks about Old Man Cush, and then Ham came next, and then come the word Ethiopia would mean something divided. And when you go and look at how this understanding come about, and I don't want to lose nobody, how this understanding come about, it was two separate groups of people that phenotypically may not look alike, but they were the same group of people. So those that was on the eastern side had a longer, silky type of hair, according to Herodotus, who came and put the term Ethiopia in effect. And those that was on the western side, which would be Africa, had nappy hair. Now remember what Elijah Muhammad said. If you can remember, Elijah Muhammad says that they were put into the jungles of Africa. They was put into the jungles of Africa, and that's where the nappy hair come from as a curse so they can survive in the jungles of Africa. But if you understand the deeper lessons of Old Man Cush from a Moorish perspective, Old Man Cush as well as Ham, you understand that they were two of the same people, but they had different phenotypes according to documentation as it relates to the Greeks who came to Africa and seen them. You know what I'm saying? I'll break that down. Somebody say, who say that? That's an old demonstration. That's an old demonstration. But what happened is that the Nation of Islam, they took the teachings, never called a curse. Ho. Somebody say that? No, he did call it a curse, family. He called it a curse. No, he called it a curse. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. No, he called it a curse. Here we go. Let me see if I can find it. He called it a curse. Come on, brother. He called it a curse. Here we go. The origin of the kinky hair, says Allah, came from one of the dissatisfied scientists 50,000 years ago who wanted to make all of us tough and hard in order to endure the life of the jungle of East Asia, Africa, and to overcome the beast there. But he failed to get the others to agree with him. Again, the origin of the kinky hair. All right. And if you go on and put two and two together, that's a curse. In fact, I'm only saying and repeating what Minister Farrakhan said. Farrakhan said in a speech, and I can pull that up if you want me to, that you're not supposed to have kinky hair. It's a curse. Farrakhan said that. He interpreted it like that, not me. He interpreted it like that, not me. That's all I'm saying. He interpreted it like that. So at the end of the day, all of these lessons, I can connect each and every one of them to the Moorish Science Temple of America. I can connect the Yaqub lesson. I can connect the origin of the kinky hair have not a curse. That's nuh-uh. I'm saying I'm quoting Farrakhan. That's all I'm saying. I'm quoting Farrakhan. That's all I'm saying. Now, at the end of the day, I can connect the Yaqub lesson. I can connect the Shabazz lesson. I can connect all of this to the Moorish Science Temple of America lessons. All of it. I'm talking about the playing with, if anybody understand about the lesson of Shabazz, where he's playing with the magnets. That's in reference to the higher self and the lower self. I mean, that's in reference to the higher self and the lower self. When the magnets attract, he was playing with the magnets. That's, if anybody know them, you got to know Moorish lessons first to understand the connection. It's reference to the higher and the lower self. And then you got the stages from black to red to yellow to white. You got the hatred, slander, lewdness, murder. Man, listen, man, I can connect all this stuff to the Moorish Science Temple. It's all codified. Elijah Muhammad was a Mason. He understood how to codify the demonstration. He codified it, repackaged it. He codified the Moorish lessons and repackaged it. That's all it was. I know people don't want to hear this. I will tell you this. This is why I'm saying it's hard to have these conversations, because people get too emotional. But I can show you every lesson that is connected to the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I'm talking about the core lessons. The Yaqub, I can show you the Shabazz, I can show you the black man, I can show you every lesson that the black man is God, the black man has no birth record. I can show you all that. I can show you all that. It's all connected to the Moorish Science Temple of America. All of it. All of it. Every single one of these lessons. The only time the lessons begin to change, is after Elijah Muhammad goes in for the draft dodge. And when he gets out, it begins to form into a different directions. Somebody say, Taharka, can you point to the economic plan and works of both organizations? Absolutely. Even the economic plan of the Nation of Islam is a blueprint from Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It's a blueprint. See, when the Moorish Science Temple of America was infiltrated, it was $1 million religious corporation. It was $1 million religious corporation. Everything that you will ultimately see that the nation would do in the 60s and in the 70s, it had been done by the Prophet, but the Prophet Noble Drew Ali movement, after he transitioned, was neutralized. It was neutralized. But not until Malcolm X would join, and after Elijah go to jail, and then Malcolm X joined, that was the upheaval of NOI. Before then, it was reported that NOI had like 400 some members. And that was a stretch. Malcolm built the NOI to those big old crowds. Malcolm built all that. What am I saying? That the finance started coming from somewhere right after Elijah got out of jail. The finance started coming. So once somebody gets a financier, then things begin to happen. Once one gets a financier, then things begin to happen. And of course, people going to join people definitely would join to something if it helps their economic plight. But if we sit up here and have an intellectual conversation about the philosophy of, if we sit up here and have a conversation about the philosophy, you know what's going to happen? Everybody going to get super religious. Everybody going to have super religious, and then they don't want to talk about the philosophy. Somebody said, hold up. Somebody said, that's right. Moors are smellers of Islam. That's right. Ford took it beyond Ali. You see what I'm saying? See, this is the type of stuff. This is why I don't mind talking about this, because people say that Ford took it beyond Ali. No, it was infiltrated, brother. It was infiltrated so we would not move towards true nationhood. And we would just pander talking about nation, that we would never move towards true nationhood, like the Chinese in a nation, like the Guatemalans that have a nation, like the Arabs that have a nation. We'll only pander nationhood. That's all. So that's what the infiltration was all about, to prevent us in America from establishing ourselves as a real nation. And when I say a real nation, in the Moorish Science Temple of America, it was never incumbent upon everybody to become a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America to participate in building our own nation for us, by us. But any other organization, you have to become a member to become an intricate part of the building of what they're doing. So the Million Man March, that money goes to the Nation of Islam. That does not go to the general public of building of a nation. That doesn't go to that. The Moorish Science Temple of America, under the leadership of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, it was to establish us as a nation of people alongside of other families of nations. It wasn't established to try to make you a Moorish American as it relates to being a Muslim and all that. It was to establish a nation alongside of other nations. And without the Moorish Science Temple of America, the reason why it was hijacked, because now we just pander nation. We talk nation. But we don't move as a nation. We don't move as a nation. And in the construct of the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? There's a judicial part. There is that's the council. There's a body. There's a body there. It's a body politic. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like the nation where you got Elijah Muhammad and you got all the followers. It wasn't like that with the Moorish Science Temple of America where you got Noble Drew Ali and you have all the followers. No, you had Noble Drew Ali, but then you had the Grand Sheik and Chairman, and then you had all the staff that creates the cabinet. It wasn't just follow Noble Drew Ali. It was and it continues to be a whole cabinet. No different than what we see in the government of the United States and other governments around the world. It wasn't follow Noble Drew Ali. That became later. And we always superimpose these concepts on the Moorish Science Temple of America because people have lied to us. But the Moorish Science Temple of America construct is a whole governmental system to govern ourselves, to build for ourselves, to be alongside of other nations and fight for the resources that's beneath our feet. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Now, we can have disagreements. We can have disagreements and we can go back and forth all day. And people will get emotional. You know what I'm saying? People will get emotional. But when we put the cards on the table, it's going to change the game. When we put the cards on the table, it's going to change the game. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that I don't have love for my brothers in NOI. Of course I do. That don't mean I'm not inspired by what was done under the banner of NOI. Of course I do. One of my greatest inspiration, I say it now and I say it forever, is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because he put the NOI on his back. And he showed that you can be one person that wanted to follow your leader and follow your teacher and bring it to fruition. And you got what you got now under the leadership of the Minister Farrakhan. However, when we get into the philosophy of the Nation of Islam, next to the Moorish Science Temple of America, it's just a remix of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's all it is. Listen. When you look at the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, I'm on my soapbox now. Y'all can punch out if you want to. When you look at the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? Let me share something with you. One of the things y'all want to work with me today. Okay, y'all gonna work with me today. One of the things that you got to understand about the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Moorish Science Temple of America was that organization to take us from the slavery concept straight into nationhood. That's what it was all about. That's what it was all about. No doubt about it. Now, what people fail to realize is that when it was hijacked, it was completely hijacked. You follow what I'm saying? Now, let me show you something real quick. When it was hijacked, it was completely hijacked. Let me share this with you real quick. Every element of the Moorish Science Temple of America was hijacked. Every element. Because this is what people was familiar with during the time that Farad came to Chicago. So they had to duplicate everything. So let me show you something. When you look at things like this, this is very intentional. Let me share it with you real quick. When you look at the picture, of Farad right there holding supposedly the Quran, where do you think they get that from? 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 This is a picture that Moors had in their homes. Where do you think they get that from? Hold up. Maybe you don't see. Where do you think they get that from? You know where it come from? These are all splitting. Listen now. Where do you think they get that from? Somebody say it's speculation. Okay, scientific law. Okay, speculation. I take the speculation. Okay, speculation. So the Feds is speculation too. Is the Fed speculation? Huh? Okay. Okay, let me show you another reach. Y'all stick with me. I'm going to show you another reach. Let me show you another reach. They say it's a reach. Okay, I'm going to show you another reach. Let me show you another reach real quick. I'm going to show you another reach real quick. I probably got it on hand. Give me a second. Let me get it. Let me get it real quick. I'm going to show you another reach. All right. Or let me pull it up over here. I'm going to show you another reach. Since you say that's a reach, I'm going to show you another reach that you think is a reach. Okay. Let me show you another reach. And everybody has seen this one. Everything is a reach until we put all the pieces together. All right, everything is a reach until we put it all together. Let me get it for you. If I can find it right quick. If I can't find it, I'm gonna do a show tomorrow. Since you say it's a reach, I'm gonna knock it out the park tomorrow. I'm gonna just knock it out the park tomorrow. Is that all right? Let me see that. I don't see it right now, but I'm gonna knock it out the park tomorrow since you say it's a reach. Hold up. Okay. Oh, here it is. This is a lecture I've been working on. All right. If it's a reach, just tell me what this is. There we go, family. We got a reach. We got another reach coming. Check this out. Is this a reach? That's Elijah Muhammad flyer, Muhammad's Temple of Islam, and the original Divine Constitution and Bylaws. Is that a reach? Talk to me. Is that a reach? Is that a reach? Who said that was a reach? Supreme. Where you at, brother? Scientific law. Is that a reach? That's a reach too, right? Is that a reach, scientific law? Scientific law, are you there? Is scientific law there? That's a reach too, scientific law? You see the prophet, Divine Constitution by law, and you see the thumbnail sketch of the messenger? Is that a reach, brother? That's a reach too, huh? That's a reach too, huh? Okay, scientific law. That's a reach, huh? That's a reach, huh? This is a reach too. Hold on. Let me get scientific law. Elijah with the fez on. That's a reach too, huh? This is a reach too, huh? Prophet Noble Drew Ali got the book open because he gonna reveal the light. Elijah Muhammad got the book closed. You know what that means? You know the science? Mama told you he was a Mason. That's a reach too. That's a reach too. Look how Prophet Noble Drew Ali opened. Look how Prophet Noble Drew Ali opened the book and got his hand on it so you can see what's in it. Look how he's standing on the 90. And Elijah standing on the 90 also. You see it? But he got the book closed, which means he's not going to reveal it. He got the book open. That means he's going to reveal it. I'm trying to give you the science, family. I'm giving you the science. You don't peep it? Look at the angle. On the 90. That's more of a 45. You see that? See you got the book closed? Remember, Abraham Lincoln also had the book closed. You see what I'm saying? All right. Is that a reach too? Is that a reach too? Somebody say, I'm reaching for the stars. Y'all don't understand the science of body language. That's all. The infamous. You gotta understand the science of body language. Look at the crescent. So the Prophet Noble Drew Ali come with the crescent in this direction on a white field, and then Elijah come with the crescent on a red field facing the opposite way. That's a stretch too. I'm reaching for the stars again. Is that what you're saying? I'm asking you, family. Is that a reach too? The Prophet Noble Drew Ali come with the crescent facing one direction on a white field. And then Ford and Elijah come with the crescent on a red field facing the opposite way. I'm still reaching. I'm still reaching. That's the esoteric science of body language. Or are you reaching, big bro? Come on, you know what it is. You know what it is. The Moors is the first that ever did it. The Moors that first that ever did it. But most Moors don't even understand the deep implications of what they have. No, Mr. Muhammad explained the flag of Islam in his book. Of course, he explained everything in his book. Man, get out of here. He explained everything in his book, but I can show you the origin of it. I can show you the origin of it. With that being said, family, Khalid trying to come in. Khalid, you ran off. You can debate me tomorrow if you want to, brother. I mean, you ran off. Why don't the Moors understand their own? Because it was infiltrated, brother. Listen, hold up. Many Moors don't understand this because it was infiltrated. That's what you have to understand. It was infiltrated. It was a deep infiltration during the time of the prophet. It was a deep infiltration. You know what I'm saying? And this was a part of that infiltration, I'm trying to tell you. This was a part of the infiltration where they remix and flipped it. And so you don't even know what it looked like. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to see my face? Many do, but I'm in the females, brother. What I'm saying, family, the Moorish Science Temple of America was infiltrated on a level that had never seen before because they was marching on their way into nationhood. And the burden bearer of this nation would have the gall to separate themselves and become a nation in the midst of a nation that was built on their back? I invite Khalid Shakur back tomorrow, and we're going to bring a moderator. Khalid Shakur, would you come back tomorrow? And we bring a moderator. Did Yaqub, the scientist, first discussed by the Moors? I heard something like that. No. Yaqub is a codified Moorish lesson. Yaqub is a codified Moorish lesson. Yaqub don't exist. It's a codified lesson in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. It's a codified lesson. That's what it is. The tribe of Shabazz is a codified lesson. It's a codified lesson. All right, so we need to set the premise of what all right, come on. We ain't gonna go into no conversation tonight. Khalid Shakur, come on, hit the link and let's set the premise of what we're going to discuss. and we're going to bring a moderator in here, and we're going to time this thing. All right? I'm telling you that Yakub is a codified lesson in the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's what I'm telling you. I can show you what it is. Yakub is not John the... It don't even match in the book of Revelation. It doesn't even match scientific law. It don't match. The story of John the Revelator and Yakub don't even match. Come on, come on, scientific law. It don't even match. Come on, stop. It don't even match, brother. All right, brother. What is the subject matter for tomorrow? I can't hear you.
I want to just be a part of the conversation where you're bringing up the correlation between the lessons of the Moorish Science Temple and the Nation of Islam. I want to hear what you have to say because I don't have any rebuttals to it now because I don't know any. But I'll be willing to listen and hear that. I'll tell you that right now. If I and if I have something, a question or anything like that, I'm gonna ask my question. If I have any disagreements, I'm gonna say my disagreements as well. But I'm pretty knowledgeable in Noble Drew Ali lessons as well.
But listen what I'm trying to tell you. They are codified. So when you're talking about a codification, you have to really pay attention to the greater detail.
Right.
So when you understand, like for instance, if I break down the story, right, it's a story that we have in our Quran talk about old man Cush, right?
Okay.
And when it says old man Cush, people may look at that as one individual person. But that's not one individual person. Even Moors may look at it like that. But old man Cush represents the tribe of Shabazz.
The first inhabitants of Africa.
The first inhabitants of Africa.
Right, okay.
Now, when you understand the story, now you go into the greater detail of Cush, and then you can understand the Shabazz story that much clearer.
My thing is, if they are both truths, right? Right, like if the Shabazz story correlates to the old man Kush story, they're both truths. Who to say one got it from the other or whatever like that? Like because the Shabazz story pops up in Egypt as well. You know, it's an Egyptian story as well too.
No, you superimpose it on Egypt, brother.
No, the Yakub story is written on the walls of Egypt.
You superimpose it. That's not true.
We could talk about it tomorrow.
You're not true. That's not true.
We could talk about it tomorrow.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I want you to bring your. I want you to bring your receipts.
I'm gonna bring my receipts.
So what is the subject matter tomorrow?
We want to correlate the lessons of the Nation of Islam.
No. Are you going to refute? Are you going to refute? I like challenging conversations. You know what I mean?
Because I know for a fact that Noble Drew Ali didn't come with the same teachings as the Master Farad Muhammad.
No. Listen what I'm saying. Not every teaching from the Nation of Islam comes from the Moorish Science Temple of America. But the core teachings of the Nation of Islam is an teaching that come from the Moorish Science Temple of America, and in fact is an adaptation.
I could say that they come from the same background, almost Islam.
No.
So of course they're going to correlate.
I'm telling you, the name changes, the character changes, and the esoteric value is twisted and codified.
Also, I want you to bring up that one picture, one quick, that the Noble Drew Ali on the newspaper, and Elijah Muhammad on the newspaper. I want you to tell me where you got that sketch of the messenger from.
What sketch?
Sketch of the messenger. It was a newspaper article that you brought up in comparison Noble Drew Ali and the messenger. You just had it on the screen not too long ago. And it says that on the top of the paper, it says a thumbnail sketch of the messenger.
Oh yeah, that was being passed around in Chicago back in the day.
You know where that came from?
Where it came from?
It came from the Pittsburgh Courier. The Pittsburgh Courier in 1959.
That's right, but that was being passed around in Chicago also.
But Elijah Muhammad didn't make that up.
Yes, he did.
He did. The Pittsburgh Courier.
It was submitted to the Courier, brother. He was in all the papers. and on the radio. What are you talking about?
They put that together. He doesn't write the He doesn't write. This is put
He
in the Pittsburgh.
submitted it, brother.
I'm
It
saying
was an advertisement.
I'm saying for the format that they put it on their paper.
No,
he
bro.
can't control.
Bro, he submitted it. It was an advertisement.
Right. It was a submitted advertisement of him
He
talking about
submitted it. They didn't
talking about
create the ad.
I'm telling you that he didn't put that picture there like that.
He did.
Okay.
Bro,
Okay. I got
he
the whole newspaper.
submitted
I got the whole newspaper.
Listen
And
to
it
me.
shows, and it's
You can have the
it's other
newspaper,
articles
brother.
that look just like
Brother,
that. It's
newspaper do not create articles.
It's other articles that look just like that in the same exact format.
Bro, he submitted that to the newspaper.
We can talk about it tomorrow. I'll show the whole newspaper.
You can show the newspaper. He submitted it, brother. What are you talking about? It's an advertisement.
Yes, it's a small advertisement on a big paper. I know. I'm looking at the whole thing right now, but I'm gonna save it for tomorrow.
Brother, you mean tell me that you are in denial that this advertisement was created by Elijah Muhammad and submitted to the newspaper as well passed around throughout the city?
What I'm saying is that you are reaching and trying to correlate too much what Elijah Muhammad got on to Noble Drew Ali.
Bro.
That's what I think. And there's things to correlate them to that you don't have to make up. It's like you kind of reaching for no reason with certain things, and it's like even
the
you saying
newspaper didn't make that up, bro. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm looking at the whole paper right now.
Bro, do you understand how you submit an advertisement to the newspaper? You create the advertisement and you submit it.
And they put it in there, they format it up and make it look how they look. I know how newspapers work.
Come on.
They have the same format that they always have.
Bro, come on, brother.
Just because you put an advertisement in the newspaper doesn't mean that they're going to format it the way that you want
it to.
Brother,
Elijah Muhammad designed that in semblance of the divine constitution and bylaw and submitted it to the newspaper. In fact, it was being passed out around Chicago, and that's why you got a big version of it. What are you doing, brother?
I got a big version of it because I did my research.
I'm not saying you per se. I'm talking about anybody can find a big version of it because it was being passed around, brother, as a leaflet, as they called it back in the day. What are you doing, brother? Come on now.
Okay.
It was a leaflet, brother.
There's other articles on that same paper with the same exact format. That's what I'm saying. We can show it tomorrow. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't want to get into this right now. I'm gonna bring up the whole newspaper. I'm not going to show you a little clipping.
Bro, what is the discussion for tomorrow? It gotta be an opposing discussion. What do you oppose? I don't want just have a discussion. I want you to oppose something. Like we was talking about Master Farah Muhammad. We can go back and bring them.
I want to oppose the Shabazz story that you said that's codified. I want to expose. I want to talk about the Yaqub story.
You don't know. You don't, brother. Let me say this. You don't know enough about Moorish science to. Let me say. You don't know enough about the Moorish science variable to even oppose that.
So we're gonna do tomorrow. So what we can do tomorrow is you can bring up the Moorish science simple side, and I'll bring up the Yaqub
because
side.
You're gonna make listen. Let me say this. Let me say this to you, brother. Listen, you're going to make straw man arguments because you're not educated on the Moorish science position. You just said you don't know anything about it, so that doesn't.
I never said that.
Listen to me.
That
doesn't make you did say that.
I never
said you never heard that when you got on.
I said I never have heard of the correlations.
That's what I'm saying. So
that doesn't mean I don't know the Moorish science temple knowledge.
Listen to me. That doesn't make for a good conversation if you never heard of the correlation, brother.
You are the one who's making the argument.
But you don't. But if you never heard of it, you can only reach for straws because you never heard of it.
If you're making the argument, you should have a problem proving it.
No, I don't have a problem proving it, but I'm not going to have somebody on the opposing side who never even heard of it before because all you can do is grab for straws. Okay. That doesn't make for a good, intelligent conversation because you never heard of it before. Okay. If you have heard of it before, that'll be different. But you say, okay, I can refute that because I've already studied that. You never heard of it before. So now, only thing you can do is listen to me talk, and wait till you find something that you think is contradictory or that you think that you can oppose, and you can grab straws. That doesn't make for an intelligent conversation, brother. Is all I'm saying.
I feel that. No, you're right.
But we was talking about Farad. Let's get back to Farad and bring the receipts that we was talking about today, and let's do it tomorrow. And we bring a moderator in here and prove who Farad is.
And who's going to be the moderator?
You can pick whoever you want. Bring your homeboy. All we need is somebody the whole time so we don't overtalk each other.
Okay. We can agree on a moderator.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
It has to be someone that's not involved in either one.
It doesn't matter. They don't. Nobody gonna judge who's right or wrong. They're only going to hold time.
Okay, that's fine, but we can't
It doesn't matter, bro. No, it doesn't. Listen, what I'm telling you, brother. It doesn't matter whether they in the nation or in the Moorish Science Temple of America. They're only going to keep time so we don't overtalk each other. They're not going to have any input, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
They're not going to be able to sway anybody. All right?
Okay.
So 10 o'clock, you and I.
10 o'clock tomorrow.
All right? And we're going to discuss the identity of Farad Muhammad with receipts.
Let's do it. I got all my receipts.
All right, let's do it.
All
That's what it is. I love you, bro.
Love too.
Peace. So, family, that's it tomorrow, all right? That's right. We're going to get into all that tomorrow. That famous picture of Mr. Farad Muhammad, was it not drawn or painted by one of Mr. Elijah Muhammad's son? So the original picture wasn't. I mean, the original picture wasn't. The original picture was a rendition of and I'm gonna give an example tomorrow. It was a rendition, just like people do portraits for funerals. That's all it was. And then later on, the grandson would render the final specimen that we see today. Yeah. So now tomorrow, I'm gonna bring out all of it. I'm gonna bring out all of it tomorrow. How you claim Master Ford Muhammad was just saying Mr. Ford is alive. How I thought y'all was going to also debate Yaqub. I don't think there's nothing really to debate about Yaqub. Yaqub is a theory. Yaqub is not literal. Ain't it called the Yaqub theory? Yaqub is a theory. It's not literal. But from a Moorish perspective, I can show you how it's codified from a Moorish science lesson. But yeah, I don't think there's anything to debate about Yaqub. The Yaqub actually exists. I don't think nobody in the nation can prove that Yaqub actually exists. I mean, I don't think that's ever been an argument. I mean, somebody said, "Brother Hosted, is your name Taharka?" Somebody misspelled my name or something? No, it's Taharka. I mean, something with the kinky hair thing you brought up earlier. Somebody said Yaqub is an esoteric history. Absolutely. And the esoteric history comes out of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Yeah. It's not real, but gene splicing is real. True that. Absolutely. Same thing with the kinky hair thing you brought up earlier. What you mean, same thing? Anyway, family, okay, tomorrow we're going to get busy. We're going to get busy tomorrow. I mean, Far actually one of the names of rat in Arabic. I hope y'all enjoy. Did y'all enjoy this conversation? Press 7 if y'all enjoyed this conversation, family. And we're going to redo it tomorrow. Press 7 if y'all enjoyed this conversation. And we're going to redo it tomorrow. So peace and love, family. Tomorrow, 10 o'clock, we're back in the building. We're back in the building tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I hope I see you there. We're going to have a moderator tomorrow. We're going to have a moderator tomorrow, and I'm bringing out the big guns tomorrow. It is what it is. We're going to bring out the big guns tomorrow. I'm bringing out the slides tomorrow, and we're going to have a moderator. We won't be over talking each other tomorrow. And we're coming with receipts. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. I rock with you too, family. And please make sure you share this and let people know we back on tomorrow. This is going to be exciting. Peace and love, family.